Sorry about, hey all. Sorry about the mess in the kitchen. I gotta clean it. But a quick update. My garden did not really do good this year, but the grapes that we have did amazing. Two big or good size bowls full. Honestly, I think I'm gonna make raisins or something. And I would have had more if we didn't get hit with the early frost, because those ones would got bigger. I'll show you some out on the vine that they're good sized grapes, but they never turned. And then one of our friends, she does this every year. She brings us a box of chili peppers. And I need to get them dried. But I dry them and then I put them through my little food processor. So then I have chili flakes. Last time I gave them to one of my friends to try and never got it back. So apparently he liked it. And then this is what I've gotten out of the garden, pretty much, is 3 zucchini, 3 cucumbers. This is the only pepper we got out of our garden. This little jalapeno, if I can get my phone to focus. Look at this. It's tiny. And then just for fun, my avocado that I planted. And this is just fun. Doing pretty good, actually. And then, okay, so in this bag, I have coriander, which is actually the seeds of cilantro. So I just cut it out of the garden. I put it upside down the bag, and the bag's just going to catch the seeds when they fall off when they're ripe. And my little aloe vera, let me get that sprayed. Trying to get it back again. I put it over here in the sun, and yeah, it does not like sun apparently. But my little boy, if we come out here where the puppy is, little updates. I need a water. We don't have a pump right now, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But ignore the garbage back there. I still got to clean that up. My radishes and carrots really didn't do that well. My radishes just bolted, which I'm going to come take the seeds off and save those. And then my carrots, get out, Frank. Yeah, I don't know what's with this. I think I'm going to have to broad fork this area a little better next year, I think. My collard greens, I need to cut some more off. They did decent. This is a mix of needing to water. I need to get a bucket of water out here or something, water this. And we had early frost. What's up, baby? You can eat lunch. Make a sandwich. You're fine. Okay, I'm gonna go get rid of the dog then. No. Get your ass inside and eat your food. The dog touches him and he screams.
No, he just pushed me down here.
You were standing on the edge, Silas. I'll talk to you later. Go inside and make your lunch. So this zucchini survived the frosts, and I got a few more coming. I'm pretty sure it's against the house, so it has that little protection. Yeah. My tomatoes, the frost killed them. I need to pull them. And then get the tomatoes that are on it off. But, yeah, frost killed all my tomatoes. My little peppers might still get something. I'm not pulling those. I'm gonna hope. A little milkweed. But, oh look, I might get another jalapeno. Yeah, see, this is what I'm dealing with my peppers. My poblano pepper over there, which is that pepper, didn't produce. So I don't know what's up. This is the worst garden I've ever had. I need to pull out my lettuce. My lettuce is done. And then I got a couple carrots that are still in here. Gotta pull all these trees out. Yeah. These are actually trees. So, I might just let the lettuce in here go to seed, honestly. And then, ooh, I might have a, can this focus for me? Just once? I might actually have a carrot right there. And the carrots that are in here are volunteer. Last year I planted carrots in here. So these are from the ones that, and they didn't do good last year. But these carrots that are grown in here, these 2, 3, maybe 4 in here, I don't know. The very few in here are actually volunteers. So I'll take it. And then this is the only marigold I planted in here. All these others are all volunteer. So I just let them go to seed. I'll come deadhead them. My petunias are pretty much done. So my herb volunteer bed, the zucchini died, so I pulled that. The frost killed it, which I think the zucchini is what kept most of this stuff alive, because it covered a lot of this. My cilantro I cut out. The basil died, so I took that out. There are a couple little tomatoes in here. Frank. And I put some more mulch on. I mowed the front. Haven't got the rest done yet. Stop taking the grass, dog. But when the season's over, I'm going to cut these down. Not all the way down, but pretty low. Get a lot of this off. Get your nose out of there, you weirdo. And then I'm actually going to bank it. Because the rosemary, the thyme, the marjoram, and the oregano, and then the green onions over there are all perennial. They should come back. Some of the cilantro I know has receded. I left some seeds for that reason. The parsley I don't think will come back. And then I got some Swiss chard in here. And then my grapevines. Excuse my yard. I gotta clean this up. Back here, my phone will just focus for me for once. Got hit pretty bad by the frost. Which I recently learned I could leave the grapes on and they'll freeze and actually enhances the sugar in it. It's weird. But if we didn't get hit with this frost, see if I can find them, because I left a few little clusters of grapes that were ripe on, just because they had like this one up here. It has 2 ripe grapes on it. I'm gonna leave it, let the birds have it. And then there's these ones. There should be some more, like all these over here that weren't quite ripe yet. Like there's another one I left for the birds. And then on the neighbor's side there, it's covered over there. It just makes me sad. But if we wouldn't have got the frost, I would have got all these bigger clusters of grapes that aren't ripe. Although next year, see, here's a bunch more that I left because they weren't ripe. Next year, I'm going to build a trellis that I think I'm going to have it come off the top and over to hold all these vines up. Because like with this makes mowing a nightmare when they're down like this. But that'll be for next year. And then a few little updates, let you look at the cute puppy. Don't close on yourself, pups. So I got my hunter's safety done, so I can actually get a deer this year, which means we'll be able to get 2 deer. And then my boyfriend is out elk hunting right now. So hopefully, I am hoping we'll get an elk. And I've already made my request of, besides, of course, the usable meat, which you have to keep, what I want them to keep, which the heart and the liver. If you haven't had pan-fried, sauteed, whatever you want to call it, elk heart, it's amazing. So's deer. And then the liver, I used to love liver. After I had my daughter, I can't stomach it for some reason. Hey, stop eating the grass, dog. He just wants to play. But, so, although I do keep the liver, and I'll cook it up for this little knucklehead. And then we're camping, I'll always take a piece of liver up and cook it up for any of the dogs up there. Come on, Frank. But there's that. And then when we debone our elk, because we butcher our own elk, our own deer. I grew up butchering my own. I'm not going to go pay $200 for someone else to do it. And I won't get all the meat I want. So we do it ourselves. I can use all the scrap meat, grind it up to hamburger, make it into jerky, whatever. But after we debone, I'm going to save one of the leg bones for this little knucklehead, throw it in the oven for 300 for, I want to say, maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Just to let it cook enough to where any pathogens in it are gone. I'd love him to have raw, but yeah, with chronic wasting disease going around and everything else, I just want to be safe. I don't want my dog getting anything, and he licks my little baby girl, so I don't need her getting anything. But that way, he'll have a bone to chew on out here when he's out here playing. You little good boy. And speaking of this little knucklehead, you funny boy. So our landlords actually didn't want us to have a dog. I hate to say it, it was even in the lease, no pets. But they found out we had him. They're letting us keep him just because we're actually really good tenants. They've told us we're probably the best tenants they've had. Just because we clean up after ourselves, we take care of the lawn. Yes, I need to water and mow. They tease me about it because it happens. I have 2 kids. One's an 11-month-old baby. Ron's at work all day. I forget. But, and then he also helps with my anorexia and my depression. Ron talked to him about it, and they're going to let us keep him. Which is nice. Awesome landlords. But the reason most landlords won't let you have pets is because you get the few people that ruin it for everyone. They trash the place. They leave, well, how my family put it, landmines, the dog poop, laying all over the yard. Never clean up after them. What's up, Si? Yeah, 1 second. I gotta open a jar of jelly for my child.
Not for you. Daddy's not for you.
Frank,
friend.
down. Hold on to it. 2 hands, please. Okay, just don't drop it, please. Frank, come. But, like, some of the people that were here before us had a dog, and they had a dog house over there in that corner. That when they left that dog house full of dog poop. They didn't clean up anything. So the landlords had to take care of it. The house we lived in before this one, same landlords. The people that lived by us had, I want to say, 2 dogs, a cat, and had all their kids. It was a little 2-bedroom. They trashed that place. When they moved out, our landlords had to completely gut the house. I think they're still working on it, honestly. Frank, hey, knock it off. And yeah, this dog has dug holes. There's a little one there. There's that he's actually chewed the root of a silver leaf cottonwood, which our landlords don't mind chewing those roots because less cottonwoods, it's those ones in our yard. But in the other house, they're still working on it. They had to strip out. They pulled out the toilets. They had to pull the banisters, the cabinets. Everything got yanked out of that house and had to be redone. Just because they let their dogs and themselves trash the place. We, on the other hand, take care of our stuff. So we can get away with a lot more. These little knuckleheads. But yeah, and he's a good dog. He's well trained. I train my dogs very well. He's hunting a grasshopper. He's a very weird dog. But, so yeah, if you're a good tenant, I don't suggest doing the same thing we did, but talk to your landlord. They might let you have a pet. Be a good tenant. Take care of the property. And yes, you get some of those landlords that are assholes and won't let you do anything. It happens. But if you're a good tenant, you take care of the property, landlords talk to each other. Which is why some people I know can't get the houses they want because they've trashed houses. They're not good tenants. But you take care of the property. You clean up after yourself. Yes, I need to clean my yard because I have a dog. I have kids. And things happen. I was going to dig up this path, but the landlord said I could. They changed their minds, so I'm going to pull out these bricks, stack them over by the driveway for them, and we're going to just fill this all in with dirt again. And it's also winter's coming, so it's dangerous. Especially the fact that I have kids. We have a lot of people that are over at our house all the time. Child. Yeah, and then you also have the accidents that happened years ago, back when I was young. We had a tragedy in town. A girl was killed by a dog. But I'm just going to say it. It wasn't the dog's fault. I don't care how many people blame the dog. It always happens. But most of the time, it's not that dog's fault. It was actually the owners of the dog and the parents of that little girl. It was their fault. But the dog was punished for it. Because that dog, he was a Rottweiler, and Rottweilers aren't bad breeds. I love Rottweilers. They're amazing dogs. They're friendly dogs. Any dog can be mean if it's not taken care of right. Because that Rottweiler, he was abused. He was starved. So this dog, I'm sorry, but he's hunting grasshoppers. He is hilarious. What you doing, big boy? And then the parents of that little girl, when they were walking, this dog, he was aggressive. And he would bark. He would jump on the fence. He was an aggressive dog. Still not blaming the dog. But they would let her torment that dog. She would beat a stick on the fence while they walked by. It tormented the poor dog. So when that dog finally got out, because it's inevitable, a dog's going to get out. The little girl got killed. The dog got destroyed. Our town banned Rottweilers for years. I had a neighbor that had two of the sweetest Rottweilers you would ever see. They'd lick you to death. They were so friendly, but he had to get rid of them because the town banned Rottweilers. He gave them to a friend that had property that was outside of town. But they banned Rottweilers. They just banned the breed because of one owner that abused his dog. And then, because that house was a rental, the landlord had to pay out $1 million. But it's ridiculous. Things happen that shouldn't happen, and it affects the rest of us. You're weird. But quick update, little rant. And like I said, you want your landlords to like you? Be a good tenant. Take care of the property. Just don't trash the place. Do what you're asked. Pay your rent on time. Got a little boy that's being weird. Hi, Bugs. But yeah, quick little update. See ya.